How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to tell you why the stock market is down right now. And you might be saying, obviously, it's that there are a bunch of earnings that are coming up, whether it's Google, Facebook, Amazon. There are a lot of big earnings coming up this week. But there are actually a handful of other things that are causing the market to go down right now. There's a lot of fear right now that you might not even know about because a lot of it is brand new. So we're going to go over it today. You might be saying too, I suppose, that, hey, the stock markets are only down like 1 or 2%. It's no big deal. But a lot of the growth stocks and momentum stocks are actually down anywhere from 5 to 15%. So let's go over it. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button. Also, while you're down there, there is a link in case you want to join SoFi Money. You can check them out. If you deposit $10 on the platform, you can actually get up to $25 worth of bonus. So if you guys want that, I've actually used SoFi for a while. It's pretty nice, so definitely check out that link down below the video. So, why is the market down? Well, obviously, there's fear over the Delta variants. We've talked about that before. The fact is, certain countries are shutting down. That can cause supply chain issues. That can cause death. That can cause all different kinds of bad things that could happen. I mean, we don't want the pandemic to start all over again. So that is one fear. Also, again, lots of large companies announcing earnings, could be some fear before those happen. In addition to that, we do have a regulatory crackdown in China. So if you haven't heard about this, I don't blame you. I hadn't really heard about it too much either. But this is a massive shakeup that's causing a lot of Chinese stocks to get destroyed right now. So what does this look like? What's happening? Chinese officials are turning their crackdown on private businesses to yet another industry, education. So these private tutoring companies and big Chinese education companies are now reeling from new rules that bar them from turning a profit or raising funding on stock markets. They cannot seek foreign capital through mergers and acquisitions. Those who have violated regulations shall be cleaned up and rectified. So a lot of these companies are falling down in price, these Chinese education companies, but it's causing a leak into the rest of the Chinese markets. So a lot of these large tech giants like Tencent, Alibaba, I don't even know what this company is, but these three companies have lost $237 billion in market cap over 48 hours. We know that China really cracks down on the market. We know that China has been cracking down recently. And it's causing fear, whether it's automakers, whether it's other companies. I know a lot of people follow the Chinese automakers. Whether it is anything in China, people are fearful. Foreign investors are fearful over the Chinese crackdowns. That's causing a little bit of fear and a little bit of pain in the market. In addition to that, we do have a Fed meeting this week. So we have Powell that is going to give a statement this week. And this is amid concerns over the Delta variants, over inflation. We haven't quite had the last couple months that the Fed thought we would see. So we hopefully will get the Fed to reaffirm the ultra low interest rates and the continuous purchase of bonds for a while. But they have mentioned, hey, inflation's worse than we thought. We are talking about raising interest rates instead of talking about raising interest rates. The US is averaging about 45 new daily cases in the last 7 days compared to the 11,000 7-day average in June. So obviously cases are going up. This is a fear. There's a lot going on. They are expected to give a statement here at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, which is followed by a press conference by Powell. This will hopefully calm the market, but it could also cause some fear. I mean, we've seen this in the past. So what am I doing in this environment where there's so much fear, there's so much going on? Okay, so I have not bought anything here today, but I did talk to my Patreon group about a stock that I'm watching very closely. If you guys want, there is the link down below to the Patreon, but it is a small cap stock. It's one that I'm thinking about swing trading. It's near the cash value. So the market cap is almost the same as the cash value of the company. And it's hit support around where it is now several times and bounced right back up 10 to 20%. So that is one that I'm watching. I'd like to see it fall another 10% or so though before I make a move. In addition to that, I'm really focusing on some of the smaller cap stocks. The reason I say that is they have been beaten down hard for months. I'm talking 3, 4, 5 months. Some of these companies have been going down 50, 60, 70%. A lot of them have significant amounts of cash on their balance sheet, anywhere from, a third of their company value up to 100% of their company value. Like I was just saying a second ago, they have a long runway in front of them before they would have to raise money. Some of them are actually repurchasing shares, some companies I'm looking at. And I will continue to look at some of the large players like Apple and Google specifically. I would love to pick them up on a dip. They have been up and to the right though for a while, where they're up significantly, especially Google. Apple was range bound for a while, but Google has been up and to the right for over a year. Now, I see these as different risks. With Google, Apple, Amazon, the question isn't really, are they going to continue to grow? Or are there companies going to continue to innovate and expand? Those are just kind of givens. I mean, they could be broken up or regulated. They could still fall down 10%, 20% because of different fear in the market, whether it's the US cracking down on them or some other issues that we don't even know about. There is always that fear. But the companies themselves are not even close to bankruptcy. They're like 100% secure, almost 99.99% secure. They are companies that will continue to grow pretty much no matter what. The thing is though, a lot of them are considered very highly valued because they are so safe. So with them, I have almost no worry about the business itself, but I worry more about the price. So that's where you sit with those companies. It's really flipped though when you start talking about some of these smaller companies. Some of these smaller market cap companies, the stock price itself has been so beaten down. I'm not too worried about that because they can fall another 10, 20% maybe, but they're not overvalued, a lot of these, and some are, but the ones I'm investing in I don't think are. I don't think I would invest in small cap riskier stocks if they were overvalued. But the companies themselves are more at risk because they're smaller. They don't have as diversified an income as Google or Amazon. They're not ingrained in everyone's minds for this is where I go to shop, or this is the web browser I use, or I spend 3 hours a day on YouTube. There are different risks that come with it, but the prices are so far down that I feel like they offer better upside. But again, if we have more fear in the market, these are going to be the ones that get hit pretty hard. With that being said, though, they have been hit hard over the last couple months. So there's more risk in those, but there's also way more potential where they're at now. So I will continue to watch if some of the big tech companies have earnings and they fall down in price, as long as I don't see anything that's a big stop sign for me, right? A big flashing light that scares me. I will probably buy more if they fall down pretty significantly. I'd love to pick up more Google or even more Apple, honestly, because they are low risk. But in terms of investing a lot of capital and looking for a higher return, I think there's a lot more money in some of the lower cap altcoins or some of the lower cap stocks. So definitely something to consider. Let me know your thoughts about this down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hitting the like button and checking out SoFi Money. If you guys want, there is a link down there to BlockFi too to get an interest rate on your cryptocurrencies. Definitely check that out. Also, Webull too. So I appreciate that. Anything helps. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.